Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
So there's something really interesting I've noticed about my TikTok account lately, and that's the fact that a video I posted back in October of 2022 is now getting one or more likes every single day. You can see the video behind me. It was about the napministry, and you can also see that I posted it on October 15th of 2022. And pretty much every day of March 2024 and continuing now into early April, that video is getting one or more likes every single day. The nap ministry is an opposition to the notions of capitalism, which require us to work all the time and constantly be busy. And that ministry encourages people to lie down and take a nap, to relax and to rejuvenate, and to not allow our bodies to be used as these constant tools for productivity by capitalism. So I took note of the fact that my nap ministry video is enjoying a renewed popularity, but I didn't think very much of it until I saw an article yesterday about millennials opting for the soft life. And I realized that that likely plays into why the nap ministry video is becoming popular now. And I thought, hey, let's take a look at this article and see what it's all about. So you can see the article behind me. It was published in The Guardian, which is a UK British newspaper, and it's called The Soft Life: Why Millennials Are Quitting the Rat Race. So the article tells us the story of a British woman who is now 42, and the woman felt that she had done everything right. She got great grades in school, got a college degree, got a master's, and began rising up the ranks in the publishing industry, and ultimately bought herself a flat in London. But she said that every time she reached a new milestone, she didn't feel real joy. And she also said that every time she walked into that flat, she felt scared because she knew she would have to keep working the job she hated in order to be able to pay her mortgage. And she said there wasn't anything especially bad about the job, but she was no longer feeling the consumerism and materialism that requires one to just work to acquire more things. So the job wasn't really working for her. So 5 years ago, she quit her job, sold her flat, and moved back into her parents' home. The article tells us that the woman now works a part-time job in hospitality, and she makes jewelry and ceramics from a shed in the garden at her parents' house. She has little income, but she's happier, and they say she's living what is becoming known online as the soft life. So we can see the woman here next to me in the shed with her ceramics. And if you look above, you see that although the title of the article focused on millennials and the soft life, they're telling us here that the younger folks coming behind the millennials, Gen Z, and the alphas are also adopting that kind of mindset. The thought is that these younger folks are concerned about the current economic climate, about the fact that they may never be able to save enough money to buy a home or to retire at a reasonable age. And we've certainly seen the government pushing for higher and higher retirement ages to the point where eventually you just work until you drop dead. So I do understand their concern, and they're saying that this is how the soft life revolution was born. And the goal of a softer life is to have more and more time and energy for the things that make you happy, and to spend as little time as possible focusing on things that don't make you happy. Sounds reasonable to me. And so with this mindset increasing, we're beginning to see more and more terms that reflect this notion. And here, the article's telling us about an American TikTok influencer who has coined the term lazy girl job, which is typically a job that is low in stress, that is fully remote, and that pays enough salary for one to have the bare essentials. We also see this term bare minimum Mondays. And apparently, as you can see from the article behind me, which was actually published in April of last year, that is a trend as well. And we can see that bare minimum Mondays are when employees do the least possible amount of work on Mondays to avoid burnout on the remaining days of the work week. And they compare it to quiet quitting. I'm sure we all remember when that term was viral and focused on employees doing the least amount of work required to actually keep their job. There was also this trend of the lying flat movement in China, which is from a video that I published back in October of 2022 as well, where those youth over there were dropping out of the workforce, leaving the rat race, and only working enough to pay their cell phone bills and take care of other basic items. So overall, these articles are highlighting a trending mindset among younger folks of working enough to take care of yourself, but not doing so much that you're just unhappy and just working for a bunch of material things that will never bring you satisfaction. And I'm all for it. I think that it's a good idea. And I think that although these articles are highlighting younger generations doing this, older ones are doing it as well. I know that I've worked all my life very hard, in fact, as a lawyer, and now that my children have been raised, I certainly don't feel the need to grind as hard as I used to. I'm going to work enough to make sure I can continue to take care of myself, but I don't need a bunch of material items anymore. And I also see this as a form of people around the globe waking up to the system, the corporate systems that oppress us and keep us working so hard that we really can't even focus on what is going on around us. So I think it's a good thing, but that's just my opinion. What do you think about it?
Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.